Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
First carry of the game from Zamir White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Prescott now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. Still going. How about this? Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Giants. Travis Etienne with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Hyatt goes in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Nelson.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play here for Dallas. 64 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Here's White.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Zamir White.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From the 33, here's second down at 7. Looking to throw. Nelson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. You talk about this Giant defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. The Cowboys have 1-6 now. And they come into this one fresh off the victory last week. They finally snapped that 6-game losing streak.
And you've heard the phrase much-needed win. That was a much-needed win. They needed something to energize that locker room and give them a little sense of purpose. And oftentimes, that sense of purpose and a little relaxation can lead to better performance the following week as well.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Yeah, here we go. I think 47. 26.
Prescott off play action.
A short one there, caught by Granson.
A nice little juke. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Yeah. Here we go. I think 26.
They go with White on the counter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a second and 10.
Yeah. Here we go. 26.
To throw is Prescott.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
Moore, the man in motion.
54. Wide in. 26.
Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Nelson.
That's complete to Trundle.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Luke Schoonmaker.
46 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 31, here's second down and 5. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Operating from the gun, Nelson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Yeah, here we go. Right, check. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54.
Throwing, Prescott. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here's Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. 2nd and 10.
Yeah! Here we go!
Prescott to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Looking to throw. Nelson. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Nelson finding room at midfield and finally brought down at the 43. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This now a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Nelson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the 2nd half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect 2nd half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion goes the tight end. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Here we go, here we go. What do you think?
The drive starts with a run by White. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves,
now White lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Let's go. Go.
Set to throw is Nelson. Off the play fake. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Nelson from the gun on third down.
Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
That's caught downfield by Neighbors. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And now an audible here into something else. Etienne up the middle.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Let's go now.
Etienne once more.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The slot man in motion right. From the gun on third down. Nelson.
He'll get this off to Etienne.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Eddie Pinheiro on now.
It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will close the gap down to 14.
Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing the second-half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He completes it right side away. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go!
Looking to throw. Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now Etienne to start the drive. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Looking to throw. Nelson. That one taken in by Neighbors. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. In motion, the tight end. Second and 2. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Operating from the gun, Nelson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Nelson. That's to the pylon and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. He'll drop that underneath ETN. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
Yeah! Here we go. Switch. And hey. Here we go. 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down, here's White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He connects with Hyatt. Room to maneuver at the 35. He's to the 15. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. This crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Here we go, 46, 46.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A handoff for Etienne. Able to slither by. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And that is incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill.
To the air again, Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can. Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
Yeah! Here we go!
Now Dak. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Elijah Moore, 28 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nelson. He's got his man. It's Hyatt. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Now he's loose again. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Ah, what a time for a lapse defensively. That turns this game right on its ear. And now, forget about going fast. They might want to take the air out a little bit and force the defense to use some timeouts.
And they'll run with ETN. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Giants win the football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter.
Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come from behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Jets, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.